Hi everybody, welcome back to another edition of Motoworks TV. So, after, I don't know, 11, 17, I don't know how many days working in a row, I finally got a chance to get out on the bike for a couple of days, and the weather window was great, and it wasn't wicked crazy hot like it can be here. So off we went to the windy bits of West Virginia and the Blue Ridge Parkway and the surrounding areas, and I was reminded of how incredibly important it is, or struck by how a very small thing can make a day out on the bike so much more fun, so much more relaxing, more safe. And when I got back, I wanted to do a short format and share this thing with you. And we kind of, as a setup, we kind of think about it this way. So out on the road, it's important to stay relaxed, but there's an aspect of you that doesn't really get to relax much, and that is, unless you have sophisticated electronic cruise control and that kind of thing, you have that tension against the return springs of your throttle. So your hand, wrist, and as the day wears on, you feel it up through your arm of overcoming the tension in your right arm because of your throttle. So riders are always going down the road after they finish a section or when it's late in the day, and you're kind of shaking out that left side, wiggling your fingers, that kind of thing. But you're a little bit trapped over here on the right side because when you let go, of course, the throttle closes. Riders will actually time deceleration so that they can let go and shake out a little bit. So this little device that I've been using for 3-4 years now, I've had a couple of different versions of it, takes that trap away and that tension that builds up over the course of the day, particularly for less experienced riders, older riders, and that kind of thing. And it makes the problem go away, and it provides this wicked cool means of staying relaxed and being able to move around and stretch out a little bit more during your ride. So let's take a look. Let's go over a couple of other little detail things as far as the unit itself goes, and a cautionary tale to go along with that. The Go Cruise has been around for a little while now. The Go Cruise 1 did not have the adjuster. It was just a clamping spring type of affair, basically like a clothespin. And this is vastly superior. The cautionary tale would be you will find cheap plastic knockoff versions of the Go Cruise at about half the price, 15, 16 bucks. The Go Cruise is around 30. Get this device. I've used the plastic ones and they are quite the inferior product, and we are talking about a device that interacts with your throttle and your front brake. You do not want cheap devices there. It's a distraction, and that is unsafe. What comes in the box along with it is this little band. This is designed to go over your throttle and sit on your throttle grip close to its end where it's not in the way of your hand going down the road, and that provides a smooth surface for the jaws of the Go Cruise to engage with. For a lot of grips, this is unnecessary. But for some grips, this Ori, for example, that has a serration here to improve your hand's grip on the grip, so to speak, it can be a little bit of a drag, the way that the device drags on the grip. So if you have bar end mirrors or you have hand guards that are attached on the end of your handlebars and you don't want to disassemble all that just to put this device on, there is a workaround. You can use rescue tape, which is a siliconized tape that you can cut a piece off and cut a piece and wrap it around the grip where this band would normally live, and then you've solved that problem if you have a grip that's a bit draggy. Rescue tape, you can, Motion Pro sells an example of it, but you can also find it under the name Rescue Tape as well. Okay, so as we talked about in close work, this little band that Go Cruise would prefer you use, that's a pretty big ask if you have hand guards or if you have bar end mirrors. So again, if you would get some rescue tape, it would just be a band of rescue tape that would go right here. And then I install mine so that when I'm on the road, righty is tighter, lefty is looser. So that's with the lug towards you. And the principle is a very simple one. When you've reached cruising speed, you bring your index finger up and lower the Go Cruise onto your front brake lever, and that's what holds you at speed. This frees you up to get that right hand shaken out, stretch it out a little bit, wiggle your fingers, because you're constantly overcoming the tension in the throttle. So when the light turns red or the car in front of you slows down, you rotate the throttle shut just like you always would, and then Go Cruise just goes up and down as your grip rotates. At road speed, you deploy by rotating the Go Cruise down, and then you are at road speed, free to relax that throttle hand a little bit, and then when the light turns red or you want to slow down, even in a emergency type situation, it's like the Go Cruise is not even present. You snap the throttle shut, and then Go Cruise is just in its parked position. Get back up to speed, bring the Go Cruise down, and you are set at 50 whatever miles an hour you want to be. And again, overcome, and it's back where you started. It's just a brilliant, brilliant little device. So that about does it for this little guy, which is a lifesaver out on the road. Again, get the good tool, right? We talk about good tools all the time. Get the good tool. Get the aluminum with the very fine adjustment, something you can depend on and maintain that safe, enjoyable ride out on the road.